Hi, everybody, and welcome back. My name's Melissa, and this year I'm sharing 365 tips for frugal living. So, interesting thing happened to me the other day. So, a little background, I have not dated in almost 13 years. Like, I haven't dated since October 2012. Um, I had, so after my ex-husband and I split, I had one guy I dated, and I really don't think I would have even started dating him except for he literally lived next door. And so, you know, we ended up dating. But and I mean, like, I was a busy person at the time. At the point at which I moved away from next door and was like 12 minutes away, that was practically a long distance relationship. I mean, that was a lot of commitment. 12 minutes, man. That's 12 whole minutes to drive all the way to his house or vice versa. So, as you can tell, I've been single for a really long time. So I got hit on the other day, and um, he actually came up with a really kind of a witty line. He said I should let him take me out to dinner because a free meal is very frugal. And I mean, he's really a nice guy, but there's just way too many differences. Like, I am a frugal minimalist. He is a hyper consumer collector. So that would never work in the long term. I mean, for Christ's sake, his collection would fill my house. Um, so that wouldn't work. Um, and the other thing that kind of bugged me is that he, well, yeah, I guess technically a free meal would be frugal or whatever, but it's not frugal for him. And so, like, I realized there was like this disconnect. There's like this really big disconnect. And so for me, and I guess I never really realized it before, but historically, I've dated a lot of really frugal men. Um, like, very frugal. Um, just, I don't know. So I guess to me, frugal is attractive. Um, because I don't want to be in a relationship where I feel like I'm constantly trying to get ahead of the eight ball. Like, where I constantly feel like no matter what I do to save money, the other person is spending it and it's out of control. So, one, I am super curious. If you are a frugal guy, what would you what would you do or say? Like, how would you go about trying to interact with a woman, or how did you go about, like, if you're already married or in a relationship, how did you go about the whole frugal thing and dating, finding a mate, whatever? And if you're a woman, is it weird to me? I mean, like, maybe this is like a weird me thing, but if a guy wants to just like spend a ton of money on you and buy you a bunch of stuff, is that a turn on or a turn off? Because for me, I feel like it's just a waste of money. I'd rather I I'm a pretty simple girl. I like really simple things. I like the hikes, and I like sitting by a waterfall. And I mean, not that I never like would go out to eat or something, but I don't want stuff. I truly believe that a lot of the best things are our experiences, and a lot of those are actually fairly affordable. I mean, obviously, I really want to travel the world, and that'll get expensive because, flights, if nothing else. But I'm really curious how y'all kind of go about it. And if this is like this a weird thing about me is like I don't know. I felt like there was a disconnect there. I mean, I definitely did. So I guess today's tip is kind of a weird one. And I mean, I don't know, maybe it wouldn't work. Maybe this is like absolutely awful dating advice. Remember, I have not dated in going on 13 years. And it would take a lot for me to not stay single. Like there's like 2, maybe 3 roads to me deciding to jump off the single train. But I mean, 4 if we keep going down this political hellscape and I end up stuck in a arranged marriage because I have no rights. But sorry, I digress. Sit at the intersectionality of woman and disabled, and the odds aren't looking great for me. The things some people say. So don't try and impress somebody with your money, whether you have it or not. Like, don't try and buy your way into somebody's heart because you can't. It is impossible. If you are buying your way into somebody's heart, you never have it. Because people aren't for sale and people can't be bought. And I always wanted, here's the crazy thing that I always wanted. Never got. Married twice, never got this. I am allergic to metal. Like I get like a contact dermatitis, my fingers swell. It's very unpleasant. Or whatever part of me is touching the metal swells, like earrings, whatever. So I always thought it would be super romantic if the guy who was proposing to me like carved me a ring out of wood. How weird is that, right? But instead, both times I got stinking metal because gold, platinum, let's spend $1,000. And in reality, I wanted a $0 ring. Probably would have taken some time to make, though. But you're never going to buy somebody's love because and I truly believe this with all of my heart, if you are going to get them to love you by buying them stuff, then that's not really love. And the minute you stop buying them stuff, they're going to quit participating in the affection thing. So today's tip for frugal living: don't buy love. You can't. It's not for sale. Love takes work. Love takes time. And maybe that's why I've been single for the past 13 years, is because I'm like, screw it. I don't have time. But no. So don't try and buy love. Anyways, again, my name's Melissa, and this year I'm sharing 365 tips for frugal living. If you want to hear more, please hit like and subscribe, and I'll see y'all tomorrow.